Last week, if you recall, you were making your way to a SOS signal of the air raft. You were making your way north when your ATV fell into some sort of trough. It was at this point that the party split up. We had Cliff and Locke head north towards the signal, while Jaguar and the rest of the team set about digging out the ATV. It was at this time that there were some lizard friends visiting the ATV that were promptly shot and killed. And then there were some bird friends that visited Cliff and Locke, and they were promptly killed as well. Locke and Cliff made their way north to find a cave. Outside of the cave, they found a frozen air raft that seems like it had sustained some damage. And inside of the cave, they found Eagle and Katrine, who were two members of the downport that were visiting the researchers at the time of the incident. Our friends at the ATV, Jet and crew, managed to dig the ATV out and quickly sped north to try and join their team. Locke and Cliff had done some basic emergency first aid, kind of got everyone good to go, and they exited the cave with the team. And as they exited the cave mouth, they saw the ATV rolling up. It was at this time they heard a loud rumble from beneath the snow. As the snow broke apart, a giant chitinous worm-like creature pierced the surface, knocking the ATV onto its side as everybody inside was sprawled out and flung. It was at this point our friend there, Cliff, reached into his bag and pulled out a little secret he had been concealing since Planetfall. And he pulled out a, what was it, a
PGHP 12.
Yes, sir. And he...
Accurate at 250 meters, so I'm running towards it.
As he aimed it at the giant creature, as it opened its jaw and let out a harsh billow of challenge. Yeah, that's pretty good. We will jump back in with Cliff. You are aiming your PG at this creature. What would you like to do?
I would like to shoot it for 500, GM.
Oh, it's a daily double.
Ooh.
Daily double.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Double dose of this dick.
What is
actually
a hit?
If I'm going to shoot a big stupid laser, I gotta roll some big stupid. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. You know what? I'm gonna roll my physical dice. Let's do this.
Okay, so what we got here is you got to do a gun combat. Heavy weapons.
Yep, I got that.
So what do you have in heavy weapons?
0.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah. What you are shooting is a PGHP 12, which is very bulky.
Correct.
So because it is a very bulky gun, and what is your strength?
My strength is a 9.
Okay, so because it is very bulky and you are not, it's not mounted and you're not a beast of a man, you are going to take a -2 to your DM. Luckily, this creature is very large, though. So give me 2D plus your gun combat, which is going to be 0, plus your dex.
Okay, so a total of +1. A 6 and a 5 minus 1. That is a 10 minus what? 2, so 8.
That is enough. It is a large ass creature.
Yeah, baby.
So now you're gonna roll 1 double D.
Double D's nuts.
Whoa.
Right. So when it comes to the double D, I rolled 2d6s, right?
So that's going to be 1d times 10.
All right, so 30.
30 damage.
As he flips it over his shoulder as it grows to its full length, giggity, he swings it, and we see as it blasts a violent, near-off, iridescent blast directly at this creature.
Yeah, the shot goes and as it impacts with the creature, you can see chitin and various viscera blown away. As there's a crater in the side of this creature, it seems to have blown away one of its little limbs for moving its way through the snow. As it has taken a severe wound, and it lets out a fierce roar. As is still standing. It is the party's turn still. So what would Jet and Locke like to do?
I'm gonna be aiming my rifle at it.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna be shooting your rifle or just
yes,
aiming at it?
I'm aiming, trying to choose a soft spot. I'm guessing straight down its mouth, but yeah. I would like to shoot it with my stabber rifle.
Okay, give me a gun combat.
All right, I rolled 7 plus 2 for my laser weapon, plus
Dex.
1, so 10.
Okay, yeah, that is enough to hit this giant creature. You are using a laser sniper rifle, correct? A laser one?
Yes, laser sniper rifle.
Okay, great. So
It has 600 meters and does 5d plus 3.
cool. Roll your 5d plus 3.
Okay, the first 2 are 10.
Use the D.
The second 2 are 6.
Let's get it out.
So 18 plus 3, 21.
21. Okay, yeah, you fire a shot off as it's a lot less glorious in effect, in look, as a small hole just seems to pierce it right into its into its giant maw, breaking apart a tooth as the laser goes into its maw. But it does seem to be a very effective shot. And Jet.
Well, I got.
You are
yeeted.
you are currently sideways. You were fastened in, but you are sideways in the vehicle as you look around and you see the. Luckily, everybody else had a seat except for poor Lars, who seems to be lying in the cabin on its side, unconscious. All the other scientists around you are unbuckling themselves from their harnesses as they're trying to make their way out the door.
I'm gonna slide my way up to the gunner compartment to see if I can see what hit us from up there.
Mm-hmm. As you make your way up to the gunner position, it is currently half covered in snow. But if you move yourself just enough, you can see a giant worm-like creature. It seems to have suffered a couple of hits. You can see some blood and viscera covering the snow surrounding it, as it roars in defiance at whatever it seems to be attacking outside.
I'm gonna see if I can maneuver the gun to shoot it.
You don't think that you're unable to point the gun directly at it from the current position. The gun seems to be in good condition, though, if you wanted to take it off of its post and
Here, let's do that.
bring it outside of the vehicle.
Alright, what do I need to take it off its post? Mechanics?
Yeah, that would work if you want to use that one.
Get a +2 in that. And then is mechanics education or intelligence?
It is int or education.
So 9.
Okay, yeah, it is pretty simple of a task, so you're able to take it apart, and you pull the gun inside of the cabin with you. As you re-enter the cabin, you can see that the scientists have just made their way outside of the cabin via the door on the top.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming you're gonna head that way as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on top of the ATV.
Okay, that is gonna be, unfortunately, all you're gonna have time for in your turn. And now I am going to ask, I'm gonna do for there's gonna be 2 scientists, and there is going to be Cliff. I would like for you to do a dex save to get out of the way. So I'm gonna get you to do an athletics dexterity check.
Athletics dexterity. Okay.
As
Continue.
the creature rears up, and you can see its legs pushing itself upward as it seems like it's going to slam itself onto the ground in your direction.
As he gets a 4. As it's gonna hit him like he was hoping.
Yes.
It's gonna focus its attack on him.
Yeah. Also, the Droyan scientist
No!
who had just gotten out of the vehicle seems to be caught on the tail end of it as well. So for you, we're gonna roll its damage here. Ooh, that's a lot.
Okay.
So the creature slams itself down onto you as you take 16 damage.
Alright.
Goddamn.
Okay. I now have 2 strength and 0 endurance. As his lower extremities and upper chest are crushed inward, as his lung has absolutely been crushed and impacted. His ribs are currently feeding into his lungs as he is bleeding and beginning to choke on blood as he grits and howls to the violent moon.
The Droyan scientist, just disappears under the body of this huge creature as it slams down and is currently lying atop 2 of your party. It's at this point it's going to go back to you guys. But Cliff, you are underneath the body. Your weapon is somewhere under the creature.
Okay. Is he able to feel the weapon?
You can't move your body enough to readily search. You can do a strength athletics to try and feel
I'm gonna make
around.
I'm a strength athletics.
Yes, you can do that,
Yeah, I get penalty.
or you can try and get yourself out from under the creature.
Nah, I'm gonna try this.
Okay.
Plus
That
9,
the perfect thing.
10, 11, minus 3, 11. I think that's 8.
It's 8. 11 minus.
No. I don't get a plus 1. It would actually be a 7.
Okay. Unfortunately, with a 7, you're not able to push enough of the creature's mass off of yourself to be able to reach deeper under it to feel if the weapon is there. Is there anything you would like to do that you can do without moving your body? which is, I know, extremely limiting.
Well, yes.
Okay.
He will. Nope. Damn it. He doesn't have his agent out. It's located within his portable computer. Okay. No, unfortunately, there is nothing he could do other than. No, that would kill him. No, he doesn't have anything he can immediately do other than he's going to weakly say into his communique, if he can even make out any words. Look, get them out of here. And that's all he can do.
Locke, what would you like to do? As the injured people, you just see Katrin just pulling Eagle back into the cave to try and hide themselves from the creature.
Yeah. Seeing my colleague in danger, it's not new, but it's not pleasant. So I would be shouting for the other scientists to head to the cave, and I would shoot the monster with my sniper rifle again.
Okay. Give me another gun combat, please.
All right, that's 8 plus 3, so 11.
Yep, that is.
Okay, and then 8 plus 10 plus 6. Oh gosh, I have to do math
That's
now.
24.
Thank you. Plus 3.
27.
So 27.
Okay, this shot gets it, like, once again in where a normal creature would have its eyes. This blows a hole right through it as the far side of the creature, as a splatter of blood goes out across the snow. The creature seems to be in pretty bad shape at this point. Is there anything else you wanted to do? Can do from where you're standing? You're calling the scientists over.
Yeah. I'm yelling at the scientists to run, so that they are out of danger as best they can get. Do I have any chance at all of getting to Cliff? Because
Please do not.
yeah.
Please focus on the one thing he asked you to do.
Yeah. So,
I mean, you could get there, but you wouldn't have an action to be able to pull him out.
That's
At least this turn. You could try it next turn, assuming that all things next turn are the same.
Yeah, no, I think my best bet of him surviving this is just killing that creature.
Okay, and then we're gonna go over to Jet. You are atop the ATV as these scientists you can see are running to the cave mouth. You are atop the ATV holding a 50 caliber rifle. What would you like to do?
Besides flipping it, does it look like it did any damage when it impacted the ATV?
It looks like it suffered like a couple cracked windows, some damage to the outside, but it doesn't seem as though it has suffered any internal damage or any mechanical damage. Wait, are you talking about the gun or the ATV?
The ATV as a whole.
Yes, that's what I thought you were talking about. Okay, yes,
Okay.
so what I said.
And it does. And so, as far as I've seen, this creature doesn't have any eyes.
No, it does not.
I'm gonna yell out to everyone that can hear. Shut up and stop moving! And then I'm gonna
did he
shoot
shout?
next to it.
Shut up and start moving.
Stop moving!
Stop.
There you go. Oh,
What?
stop moving.
Oh.
And,
Probably because he uses sensory.
You know what? Instead of shooting next to it, I'm gonna yeet the 50 cal as far towards the cave as I can,
Okay. That would be a athletic strength, I'd say, to just throw the gun as far as possible. Keep in mind, there are, just before you make this decision, there are scientists currently running to the cave.
Yeah, the gun's gonna land on snow.
But snow near where they're running.
It's gonna land on snow that'll break the impact of it compared to what I'm about to do. I got 2 4s. I have a 0 in athletics, but I have a +1 in dex athletics, but not strength. So 8.
Okay, yeah, you're able to throw the gun.
And then as it's flying in the air, I'm just gonna start banging on the ATV and stomping and making as much noise as possible on the ATV.
Okay.
And that's...
Okay.
I guess if I have time, I'll equip my SMG, but like I'll have it at the ready. But
yeah, I
that's
mean,
all I'm gonna
you
do.
could have it in your hand, and just be with your other hand banging on the side of it and making a lot of noise. Okay, that seems like a reasonable thing to do. The creature, the worm, seems to have fallen for your antics as it rears up, pulling off of Cliff. And also now you can see the completely shattered body of the droid, lying beneath the just a smear on the surface with bones, rib cage bones and arm fibulas and, you know, various horrible smeared gleans of bone just sticking out from a squished mass as it rears its way up and is going to try and slam down onto the vehicle. For that, I would ask that you give me a dive attempt if you want.
Athletics dex.
Yes, please.
Thank God I'm good at that. Thank God I'm good at that. 2 3s, a 6 + 3, 9.
9 is adequate to jump out of the way. Are you going to be jumping onto the snow? Or at least aiming for the snow?
Yeah.
Okay, as the creature comes down, it slams into the ATV. You're standing right above the side door as it's just folded in. Seems to have bent the outer rib cage, as it were, of the ATV as it folds inwards. As the creature slams down onto the ground and you land relatively softly, but the permafrost is not as forgiving as you'd hoped. And then it is back to you guys. Cliff, you can now move freely, although you are in quite a bit of pain. And you can.
He's going to first feel around and look around for the PGHP.
It is about 3 feet below your legs. He's just kind of slapped out of your possession, but it is close by, sort of pressed into the snow.
He's going to roll on his stomach and then slide underneath it as he's prone, as he's going to aim it directly at the creature and fire.
Okay, can you give me a strength check to pull it out of the snow? As it's, like I said, it's like a nice little mold into the snow. If you pull it out, there's going to be a perfect mold.
Okay. Unfortunately, that is a 6.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not able to pull it out of the permafrost. You can use the rest of your turn to get it out and know that you'd be able to have it, but if you want to pull it out and make a quick shot, you will not be able to do that.
No, I know what I need to do now. He's going to begin to, seeing the sheer power of this thing, he's going to start screaming and pounding the tip of it. I would like to attempt an explosives check to turn this thing nuclear. And he's going to scream and holler as he does so, drawing it towards himself.
What are you trying to do? I'm sorry?
He's going to use the PGHP. He's going to overreact it.
Ah, okay. What skill would you like to use to try and
Gonna kill us all.
set it to self-destruct?
No, it would only be... No, you're right. I can't guarantee the surrounding. But he's sure that you guys, I guess, will kill it, so...
Yeah.
He'll,
Well, as your doctor, I can't recommend this.
Nah, I think he wants to live like this. Instead, he... Being that he can't be able to get access to it, if he pulled out his accelerator, would he be able to shoot it this turn?
Yes. Yes, you would.
Okay. As he first thinks about trying to overreact it, but then he sees that there's still people alive around him, and rather than having the sweet release of death, he reaches to his side and grabs his accelerator, and he's gonna at least just while prone, just start firing into it with everything he's got.
Okay. Give me a gun combat check. This is
10. Oh, go ahead.
Do you have a different dice modifier for this, I assume, than your heavy weapon?
Yeah. So he has gun combat, slug thrower 2, and he has dexterity, so that's a +3. I rolled 5 plus 3. That's a total of 13.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely gonna hit.
Okay.
What's the
And then it's
damage
gonna
on
be-
this sucker?
3D, giggity.
Mm-hmm.
5, 1, 5. So a total of 11.
11 damage?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you managed to take some shots. You take one, I guess it would be one shot, right? You're only doing a...
It's an accelerator. It's a fully automatic weapon.
But are you using it as an automatic?
I forgot that those were a separate rule. I don't have that on here.
Yeah.
Single burst or full auto.
Yeah, so
bur-
let me pull up your gun here, and I'll tell you.
It probably is a burst, but it's an accelerator.
Oh, that's
I don't
a
remember off
slug.
the top of my head.
Yeah, it's a slug.
Yeah, it's a slug thrower.
Accelerator rifle is not an automatic rifle. It is just it's a single shot.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's an accelerator, it uses kinetic shot. Got it.
I think the
Okay, so yeah, it just fires one shot.
the accelerator is just, it makes it so you can use it in zero gravity.
Cool.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. As he,
Yeah.
fires
whereas-
a single round straight into this thing.
Yeah. Perfect. So you fire a single shot and you hit it in its softer underbelly, and deal quite a good amount of damage. This thing is looking very beat up.
As he's shot it and he sees it's nearly dead, he with blood filling his lungs as he spits it out, keep drawing it to different positions and keep firing into it. It's almost gone.
And we'll go over the law.
I am going to be entirely focused on shooting this thing. So I will shoot it with my sniper rifle again.
Okay, give me a gun combat.
7 plus 3, 10.
Yeah, any modifiers to that as well? Any dice modifiers? Or is that your total?
That is my total.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, cool. So, then roll your damage, please.
All right, 7. Another 7, so 14. Plus 9. So 14 plus 9.
Is 23.
Okay, so 26.
26. Okay, this...
I just imagine her with her sniper rifle, just firing and then racking it to load another bullet, firing, racking it.
Yeah, this time it takes another shot right beside your previous one, and this thing is looking like it's right on death's door. It's lurching about as it's kind of like trying to pull itself off of the ATV. And we'll go over to Jet.
Am I stuck in snow right now?
No, you are not. You are just on your back, a couple feet away from the worm.
I was really hoping it would go under again. I'll pull myself to my feet. Guess I'm running for that 50 cal.
To do that, you would have to make your way around the worm.
Oh, I jumped to the opposite side that I threw the gun.
I guess you could have jumped to the gun. That makes sense. You just didn't specify. So
That's fair. I didn't specify, so you got to choose.
yeah. I'm gonna say it was, in my mind's eye, you jumped away from the creature as much as possible.
Yeah, because what if it flew towards the gun?
Yeah.
Fair.
So I'm gonna say you jumped away from it. That's it. This creature is looking pretty hurt.
Well, I've got a submachine gun. It's chitinous, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna take my mobile comm, plant it in the ground, start playing music off it, and then run to a cliff.
Sorry, you're gonna do what? You're gonna play music on your...
He's pulling a Tremors.
Yeah.
I'm taking my mobile comm, I'm planting it on the ground as deep into the snow as I can,
Okay.
and I'm gonna start playing California Girls.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna start sprinting to where I saw the worm get up
Okay.
from, and where Cliff is.
Okay.
Yeah, lure it to me so I can shoot it.
Okay, you're gonna do that as you make your way over to Cliff. The worm manages to pry itself off of the ATV and nose dives into the snow as there's a rumble, and all of you you can feel the shaking beneath your feet as the creature disappears beneath the surface.
Wait, it nosedives? Like underground?
Yes.
I'm running back to the ATV.
And it is right now the creature, you can kind of see the lifted snow as it seems to be making its way towards the radio.
Could I make it to the ATV on top of the ATV before it gets, like, if I had to judge by the speed it's going at?
You don't think so. You think that you would probably get there by the time, it would take you probably a turn to get to the ATV, and it would probably be there and back again in that time.
I'm gonna get as far as I can before it gets to the radio, cut the music, and then keep running.
How are you gonna cut the music? You have a...
It's a mobile comm.
Okay.
I'm playing it from me.
Okay. So you're gonna run towards the ATV and then cut off the radio once you get on top of it?
Once I get close enough to it that, like, if the worm gets close enough to the radio that I think it's gonna come back up out of ground, I'm gonna cut it off, and then I'm gonna try and get on the ATV.
Okay. I think you would have the time to get back there, jump on, and then turn off the radio in a turn.
All right. I'm gonna start stomping again. Round 2.
Okay, Cliff, what would you like to do?
He's gonna try to pry that. He's gonna start prying this thing. I'm gonna try one more time. He's gonna say, "Look, remember Sarkusha 5?
Yeah, what about it?
Remember those two willy-nilly dumb fucks? Now they blew up that foyer? This time, I rolled a 11 minus 3 is 8. Is that enough?
Yes, it is. Yeah, you're able to dig your hands underneath the snow and give it a good yank as it comes free and into your grasp.
As he lays it onto his shoulder, synchronized shot. Moment it comes, we hit it.
I'm on it.
And he's going to hold action for the moment he sees the creature.
Okay. That works. I'm gonna call that almost like a brace.
Yeah, brace.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that's a term from this game, but that's what I'm gonna call it.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, because technically it's aim, but I wouldn't call it aiming because you're not aiming at something. You know what I mean? But
oh yeah, Overwatch.
yeah, essentially. Okay, Locke, what would you like to do for your turn?
I would also like to ready so that I have my gun trained on the disturbance in the snow, waiting for it to pop back up.
Okay. Okay, and Jet, you get to the vehicle just as you see what appears the radio seems to be disappearing beneath the snow.
I think tremor sucked into the ground.
That's what it's looking like, yeah.
Oh. Stomp, stomp, stomp.
Okay, so you're cutting the radio.
Get out
and
your
then-
money and you get out your show, you get out your news and you get out when you go.
Leave it to Jet to be the master of getting on someone's fucking nerves.
I will remind you though that the thing you're using as a distraction currently houses your friend.
Yeah, I was about to say that. like
He knows the worries.
Person is still inside.
Yeah, just slamming him into the ground.
Alright, so with that new knowledge.
New knowledge, it's old
New
knowledge.
knowledge.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm
All the
on-
scientists ran. Nobody told them to grab Corpsen.
No.
So I'm on the ATV, it's over there.
Almost.
Can I, theoretically, could I open the door at this point? Because it just, like rib caged the ATV.
The door right now is like it is like a piece of aluminum foil, essentially. Like it is. That's how easy it would be to open a door.
Okay.
It's essentially just like a flattened, like a piece of steel that's compressed. It's it's barely held within the frame of the door.
I'll drop into the ATV, run over to Corpsen.
Mm-hmm.
I'll how much time do I got? I'm running through calculations, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll drag him with me to the front and I'll attempt to start starting the ATV again.
You're gonna
But I
try
want
and
to strap him in first.
okay. I don't think you would have the time to do all that in one
As much of
turn.
that as I can do.
I would say you would have the time to run over, jump in, and grab Larson, and start moving him towards a safe area. Because keep in mind, it's only 6 seconds, so.
Nobody fucking move.
Are you holding still inside of the thing?
No, I'm actively moving him. I'm just
Okay.
telling everyone else to not move.
I'm pretty sure Cliff was slamming on the snow. Did I hear that wrong, Cliff?
Come on, you fuck.
What is Cliff doing? What's up?
I said, were you not pounding on the snow while waiting?
He was like about 2 rounds ago, yeah.
Okay, not this last round. Okay.
No, this last one he was just locking, loading, and holding reaction,
Okay.
trusting that his companion, who is currently jumping on top of that thing, is luring it proper.
He's no longer jumping on it, though. He disappeared.
I know he hopped inside.
of it.
That's
yes.
I'm
Yeah.
going off of what was happening. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. So on your end, this time the radio still seems to have been sucked underneath the ground. As you can see, the creature seems to be moving. You can see by the snow mound moving back towards the ATV. It is not broken the surface yet, though. It's going.
You said it's Cliff's turn again?
Come on.
Yes,
come
it's
on,
gonna
pop
be.
Your head.
Holding reaction. He's lamed ready, and now that he's spent a full turn with this thing in prone, he's ready and rocking and rolling. He's got this thing zeroed.
And I assume the same thing for Locke.
Yes.
Okay. This turn you have enough time to strap in Lars and start it if you wanted to.
That's the plan.
Okay. So you throw Lars into like one of the seats and buckle his belt as you climb into the driver's seat and start the engine up, which is making a whole lot of noise and vibration.
You just hear over the radio, "Come on, hit the top side. Come on, hit the top side. Come on, hit the top side. Flip me back, baby."
The wheels are you haven't hit the gas, so the wheels are still immobile. And then you feel a large impact as the underside jolts the entire thing as it seems to be rolled back onto its wheels. As the creature pierces the
That's
surface
incredible.
again, letting out another roar. As Clifford is now probably about 20 feet in front of you.
As he says in Oprith of The Poor Joni is Dead, "Smile, you son of a bitch," as he's gonna pull the trigger and fire.
Cool.
Osta Timyal.
Give me a heavy weapons gun, sir.
5, 4, plus 1, 10.
To hit, yeah.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah. With the -2 is still 8, which is still enough. So yes, roll your 1d.
All right.
And roll more than a 1.
My love, is that a 5? I think that's a 5, yeah. 50.
Okay.
As it's dead.
I was gonna say,
Can
describe the death of
Describe.
the snow worm.
As he says this, at the same exact moment, he knows Locke is firing as the two of them blast from two separate locations. One, a veering iridescent blast hammers through the abdomen of the creature, tearing up its fleshy center, leaving a vicious hole. As it chortles, we see a sniper round blast through and inward. We follow the laser round as it goes through the 3 different brains this creature has. Now that its abdominal cavity and now its sensory organs are gone, it begins to shift and shimmer side to side, not being able to register movement. It begins to register its own as it flips downward, biting into its own intestines, ripping downward and collapsing and dying.
It does. It slaps
Vicious.
with a vibration onto the permafrost as blood becomes oozing out of the carcass, thoroughly coating the ATV it currently lies beside. As everybody has recovered from combat, and you are free to act.
I'm gonna
You just-
run to. Oh! I'm gonna run to Cliff's side.
Cliff
you know.
looks rough. In your assessment as a doctor, he does not look great.
Yeah, that's a scientific medical opinion.
Mm-hmm.
He
You don't look
shoves
great.
he shoves the PGHP off of his shoulder in front of him, and rolls onto his side as blood pools out of his mouth. I wanted a vacation. This wasn't it.
No.
Good.
Oh, I was just agreeing with you.
Go check on the doctors. I'll be fine.
No. I've.
If you put your hands on me, I'll sock you in the face.
You can sock me in the face later. I would like to start treating him.
Sure, let's do a medicine check.
Let's see. 5 plus 2 plus 0. So 7.
A 7. Okay, what you're gonna do, is that including your education?
Yeah, my education is plus 0.
Okay. So Cliff, you are going to get 7 points restored.
Okay.
Or not 7, it was,
I was about to say, that's
it
a
was
lot.
the
All right.
bonus. It was the bonus.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So, I don't think you're gonna get any. No, you're not.
Really?
Yeah, you are not going to get... You are going to stabilize his wounds, but you do not cure him of anything. Because you only got a 7.
Yeah.
That's...
As he's like, see, I know
There's-
my wounds are too fucked. Go deal with somebody who can actually be helped.
Yeah. I've seen you in worse condition, don't forget. You just
I
hold
know.
on.
That's
I'm gonna
why I
drag
keep
your
saying
ass-
what I'm saying. What the fuck?
I'm gonna drag your ass back on that ship.
Fuck.
And Jet, from inside you, Lars is unconscious, dangling in the strapped-in seat as you are righted once again. All of the sensors showing you quite a bit of external damage taken to the vehicle, as there's currently a door missing. One of the tires seems to have been punctured by a stray piece of metal. But otherwise it seems to be in functioning shape. You think you could get back, albeit limping.
I'm gonna look at Lars and just kind of lean back for a second, nursing this definite concussion that I have. And I'm gonna begin the motions of getting out of the vehicle to see who all is alive.
Mm-hmm. As you step out of the non-existent door and climb down the short distance.
Just gonna kick off whatever's left of the door.
Yeah, sure. It just flies off like with the ease of an opened tin can lid.
Triumphant Return start playing as I get out of the vehicle.
As you make your way up, you see Cliff lying in the snow as Locke is trying her best to give some sort of relief to his what seems to be heavily sustained injuries.
Yep, trying to stop the bleeding.
You dead yet?
Unfortunately, you have to deal with me for a little longer. Regardless, good shit. As he gives him a thumbs up, and he nods to him as he spits up some blood, and then he begins humming California Girls.
That would have been so funny if it ate the radio and then went away, and then later we just suddenly start hearing California Girls. I'm like, where's that coming? Oh shit! Yeah, I'm assuming most of the scientists are fine. I can see him in the cave, right?
You see, you can see the two of them are emerging from the cave mouth to check on the status of everything.
So just get him like a question, thumbs up, thumbs down, like the like wavy thumb thing where like thumbs down, thumbs up, everyone.
They look horrified as they seem to be staring over at the corpse of Kai.
Is do we
Thumbs up.
have a vehicle that will function?
You're welcome.
That was a question, Jack.
That was my
Do-
answer.
Okay, so why don't you start loading the able-bodied back on? Maybe some luck we'll be able to limp back to port. And bring me some kind of stretcher. We got to get Cliff inside, and then there's another injured Eagle is inside.
He uses his.
We got to drag him back.
He uses his still competent level of dexterity as he begins to just start dragging himself back to
The moment you
fucking
try
vessel.
and
Oh
move.
hell no!
The moment you try and move, you have an SMG pointed at you.
He moves anyway because he doesn't
Yeah.
care if you have a gun in his face.
I'm gonna smack you with the gun until you pass out. If you start
No,
moving, I'm
no,
gonna warn you right now.
If he is that determined to move himself, I will grab him and try to get him up, upright or forward or whatever.
wanting a count of who of the fucking doctors are alive.
Yeah,
All but
go
one.
That's what
There you
I was
go.
trying to. Okay.
Calm down. Enough people have died today. We don't need another one.
Katrin starts, along with Kaja, starts moving Eagle out of the cave face as Eric and his wife are going over to Kai's body.
I'm so sorry.
You're saying that to...
Yes, I'm saying that to Kaja and no, it's Eric and his wife, right?
Eric and Mintel.
Yeah, I'm saying it to them because I'm still helping dumbass.
He was such a friendly little guy. I just, didn't deserve this.
No, we didn't.
We should probably bring him back.
Do you know if he had family?
He did. He didn't talk to them much. He was kind of an outcast.
As he pipes in, knowing about Oprith culture. You all. He would see you all of his family. Anyone who, even if he was off to his side, he saw. He would see those he spent most of his time with. Those are his family. Do with them. That is their way. That is droid culture. Collective.
I'm
Well,
gonna rest my hand on the person who seems worried. This is gonna be a long journey. The best we can do now is either bury him or burn him.
I don't think we shouldn't take the time to build a fire. Perhaps we
I'm
should
gonna
just...
have to fix the ATV. You'll have plenty of time.
That's fair.
We'll also have to remove the grav system from the air raft, which will now, it seems, be left to Jet as the droid engineer is.
God damn it! Double work again.
What do you think we should do? Cliff, you know a lot about droid culture. What would he have wanted?
As he nods as he goes up. Well, he since he can't, they won't let him move around, so he just he goes ahead and lets them know that because of their size and stature, they don't really deal with burying in the same way we do. They they tend to burn their dead at a communal gathering of those who loved them most.
I mean, I suppose we could do that. That we definitely could start a small fire. I mean, could use the cave as a shelter.
Alright.
Probably don't want this fire inside a cave.
I mean, the cave mouth.
It's important to have an open sky when you burn a body. Let the spirit escape. I'm gonna go start working on the ATV.
Okay.
You'll have to bury him with something of his trade. As he came from the science cast. Whatever he treasured most about his occupation. If there is something left of his.
I mean, it's all really just notes that he made. I suppose we could bury one of the sensors we use to map the surface. That's the only thing I think we could part with, because we don't want to sacrifice his research. He wouldn't want that.
No,
Yes,
that would be best.
Yes, I think that would be an appropriate symbol.
Agreed. Mandate for community calls for it.
As they start moving the body over and out of the way and into a kind of an area near the face of the rock wall that out of the wind, so that they think they can get a good flame going.
I'm gonna grab the sensor away we had looking for the SOS, these people. I'm gonna bring it over to Locke and Cliff. Hey. I'm gonna set it next to him. See if one of them can get this to show seismology charts too. We don't want to get hit like this again.
Is it capable of that?
Should be.
From what you understand, it was used to map the surface. So to be able to make it work for that purpose, you would need to essentially rebuild the thing for a different purpose, which would not be an easy task.
What would you say that would require?
Team of scientists might need to work on. If only
I
we
mean-
had a team of scientists.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you wanted them to dedicate their time to doing that, I would say that would be an electronics. Let's see here, electronics. I can never find it when I need it. Ah, there we go. An electronics sensors. Check.
Might as well camp out in this cave tonight. It's gonna take me a bit to fix the ATV and get the grav sensor off the... Sorry, grav coupling off the other thing. What are we missing? Grav coupling? Grav sensor?
Yes, the grav unit on the air raft.
We're missing gravity, and Jet just floats off.
Yeah, it's essentially the part of the M drive that controls, that gives you, the ability to maneuver, and
Gotcha.
it gets it off enough of the ground so that you can really throw on the main thrusters.
Be something for them to occupy themselves with through the night in this apparently extremely deadly land.
Okay, and as for you were gonna give me a engineer check.
Engineer or mechanics?
Mechanic for the to remove the are you gonna fix the ATV first?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is gonna be an easy check because it's really just all you really have to do is patch up the tire. You think that if you just do a quick patch on the tire itself, it should be able to hold. And to put the door back on, or else there will be quite a bit of
Get
cold
a new
air.
door.
I mean, you don't have a new door, but you could certainly use pieces of scrap metal from the what do you call it, from the air raft to make one. That would at least just keep the cold air out. It wouldn't function as a door so much as just a piece of metal on a hinge, but... So give me a mechanic check for that.
Okay. It is... Oh. 6... 8.
Okay, yeah, an 8 allows you to patch up all the parts, and get sort of, get everything back to a functioning state. So you think you can, it won't look pretty, but it will get to the down port in one piece. And then as far as trying to get the unit off, that will be a little trickier in that you're gonna have to give me an engineer check for that guy, because it's a little bit more complicated than simple mechanic skills.
I don't have engineering.
Then you're gonna...
I'm gonna look at it for a minute. Kind of give like the mechanic where you turn your head to get a better angle on it. Turn it the other way. I'm gonna walk back to the cave. Hey, anybody have any engineering here? I know basic mechanics, but that's a little bit above my pay grade.
Intel knows some life support engineering work. She would fix up the... but
Good enough.
As he points to his computer.
You're porn? Should you be doing that with all those broken ribs?
As he just shakes his head and just lays back.
Yeah, I'm gonna take
Okay.
the scientist lady who's good with engineering life support. That's...
And Cliff's little computer, right?
No.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm
Jet
gonna...
genuinely thinks he wanted it for porn. Jet's gonna leave.
What I'm gonna do because of this is I'm gonna give you a boon to your roll.
Alrighty.
So you're still gonna get a -3 because you don't have the skill, but you're gonna roll a additional d6.
A lot of adjacent skills.
Yes, which is why I'm which is why you know what you have to remove.
Fair
You
enough.
just never had to remove it before.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like you don't know, necessarily where everything is supposed, what to take off without doing any serious damage without engineering. But you can do it because you have the mechanic skill.
Okay.
So you're gonna roll it with a boon. So you're gonna take 3d6,
Alright.
and then you are
Done.
going to take
They're rolled.
the top 2 of your rolls.
One second. Just gonna... Real quick. So there's the first dice I rolled, right? That's a big old one.
Okay.
There's the 2 6s.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, that's good. Okay, so that's a 12. Do you have an intelligence modifier?
no.
Okay. So it's gonna be your 12 -3, which is a 9. Which
Thank God.
which is still enough to be
Oh,
able
I thought you were gonna say still not enough. Fuck you.
No, it's enough to take a part off, which is not an extremely challenging thing. A challenging thing in engineering is like being able to, increase, like to modify a part. Like I'm gonna supercharge this part.
Oh, I'm gonna have to put it
That's
back
challenging. Yes, that will be challenging.
Well, I've got training now. I know how it came off. I can put it back on.
Right.
Probably.
Okay, so yeah, you managed to take the grav unit off of the air raft as you load it into the ATV.
I do that, and then as I'm looking at all the wires that I just had to undo, I reach for my mobile comm, and then I realize it's gone, and I'm like, I look at the worm.
I mean, you could dig it out.
And you guys don't see Jet for a while. Man, he should really be asleep. Where is he at?
And he comes back real bloody for some reason.
The sign.
Just late into the night, you hear. What the fuck is that sound?
Yep, followed by.
Just real muffled. You hear. Found it.
The scientists have made like a pitiful little kind of pyre for their friend from parts they've managed to pull off and salvage from the air raft and whatever was left over inside of the cave. You know, empty food containers and wrappers and things like that, as well as some of their personal supplies they brought from the from their research base camp as they put the body on top. What are you guys doing during all of this as they're preparing a small funeral for their friend?
Can I
I brought the
be-
table to Locke
Okay.
so she could use that as a stretcher. That I used to like get the thing out.
Good. Yeah. Is there any further attention that I can pay to people to improve their health?
No, everybody seems to be pretty stable. Like no injuries other than Cliff and death. So everybody else seems to be ship-shape.
Do they death?
Yeah, well, there's nothing you can do about death.
I know. Yeah.
I mean,
It's, like we've got. Oh, what are you thinking?
don't worry about it.
You're thinking enough mechanical parts. Never mind. I don't want to know. Yeah, I was just thinking like the, care of a doctor kind of, because Lars is injured, Cliff is injured, Eagle is injured. So if there's anything that I can do, I would like to do that.
Lars is still strapped into the seat.
You didn't get him?
I'm busy. Wait, sorry. I'm busy.
Well, no, because you've performed first aid on all of them, you've done essentially what you could
Okay.
to stabilize
better
their
equipment.
injuries. But yeah, any other improvements would need a proper hospital visit.
Okay.
You need to open them up and actually, fix what's going on internally. But you've given tourniquets and bandages and all the things you can do on a surface level. But like a broken femur cannot be fixed by anything you have in your possession, unless you have something I don't know about.
I have, a med kit. It says DM+2. I've got some combat drugs, and I have, I just have a bunch of medications and things.
You could give someone some
I have
combat
stims.
drugs.
Yeah, maybe when, if we get into another firefight, I can do that. But, other than like stims and, let's see, I have something called slow. It just says in healing in parentheses. I don't know what that does. I'm
Healing.
a great doctor.
Yeah. I got this vial I've never actually used before, but apparently it heals or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I could look it up in my medical textbooks, but we could just try it.
The vial,
the
it
worst that
says
can
slow. Yeah, what is that actually?
I'm trying to figure out where that would be in the book. Equipment, probably 97.
Yeah, it was in equipment under the medications and
Here it
things.
is. Stim slow drug. Increases metabolism to around 30 times normal, allowing the patient to undergo a month of healing in a single day.
Yeah, maybe don't do that right now.
Yeah, we can't afford the food on that.
Using this drug outside of a hospital or sick bay is a messy and painful way to commit suicide, as the user will
Wow.
rapidly cook their internal organs or suffer massive brain damage. So,
Yeah.
good. Why don't you try it out?
What's the worst that can happen? Yeah, no, it's most of their injuries are trauma anyway. I really do need equipment and an OR.
What does this bug's blood taste like?
It's a very unique flavor. You don't think you've ever tried anything quite like it. But you could grow to enjoy it. It's
Is
acquired.
the bug edible?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
Anything
there's
is
our
edible.
food solved.
Anything is edible.
Yeah, I'm gonna start as I'm retrieving my thing with like an ice pick and whatever like the sharp metal object that I fashioned into a machete to get into this bug to get my fucking comm scanner. I've got like a bag and I'm just putting meat into it and a bucket of blood. Just you never know when you might need something. What if the blood's alcoholic?
Make sausage.
Okay. So, they finish their pyre and they're just doing like a quick funeral for Kai. They kind of, they say some words, just, personal things about how they're going to miss Kai and how important he was and how valuable he was and what a good friend he had been to them all this time. And they go to place the item, which is a sensor that's used to kind of map out the surface. Essentially like a that big one he was working on in the back of the ATV. It's kind of like a mini one that can only do about 100 kilometers. A handheld device. As Mintel, one of the scientists, puts it onto Kai, on top of the pyre. You hear a sickening crunch as she pulls her hand away, and in place of a hand, there's just streaming blood. There's a stump where the hand used to be, as blood covers the snow, and you see that the body, what's left of Kai in its crumpled state, seems to have teared into her.
What the hell?
Eric grabs his wife and pulls her away and says, "What the fuck is happening here?" As the corpse starts to undulate and starts to move. What would you like to do?
Jet, would you like to react first?
Oh, I'm so sad. Did you guys not hear my awesome thing noise?
We heard that you were trying to make some noise.
Yeah, we just heard a and then it was just silent.
Yeah.
I have such a good thing noise. Anyways, well, being as I'm inside the worm, the first thing I do is I was on my way back out, and I kind of just like ice pick the side of the worm, and like if you saw it from the outside, it's kind of like a zipper coming down. And I step out and I see it, and
Well, I'm going to grab the woman and try to stop the bleeding.
Okay, you can give a medicine check.
Hopefully it goes better.
Guy, it really shows that you've never watched The Thing.
No, I have. I'm trying to remember what the noise was. But I know exactly how terrifying what you're describing is. That's 11 plus 2, so 13.
Okay, yeah, that works. You're able to quickly wrap her hand, and you think like a one of the bandages you have is a self-tightening bandage that you wrap around it, and it seems to be able to stymie any sort of blood loss as she seems to recover a little bit. As Eric is turning to hand his wife over to you, the creature runs upon Eric and bites onto Eric's leg. It's still basically like a loose rib cage.
Can I shoot it?
Jutting bones. You could have, but you healed her.
I would like to say when I went to go into the worm, my gun is by my stuff, which is by Cliff.
Yeah, Cliff, buddy, what would you like to react in any way?
Is he there?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. We
You're
kind
by
of-
We're
you're-
friends with the drawing.
You're by
Yeah.
the ATV. You're a little bit
Oh,
away.
I thought I was in the cave. I'm sorry.
Well, they set up the funeral at the mouth of the
Okay,
cave.
I'm there. Got it.
Yeah, you're there.
I've moved the ATV closer to the cave once I got it running.
So it's up and moving around.
Yes, this shambling mound. I heard that one.
Yeah,
I heard
was
that.
good.
Nice. I don't know if there's much that I can do.
My SMG's directly next
You
to
can shoot it.
Am
I mean,
am I
I
able
assume your
to
gun
shoot
is
it
next to
in
you,
my
too.
current condition? I thought I was wrapped up in shit.
Your ribs are. What were the extent of his damage? Broken ribs, legs.
His legs were prosthetic.
Your limbs are free. You're in a
Okay.
severe amount of pain.
Yeah.
All right.
You're able.
He'll grab his gun and he'll shoot it.
Okay.
Well, you also have your gun. You don't have to use my gun. I just wanted to say that's why I stepped back into the worm, because my gun's next to Cliff.
Well, it's there, so he'll use the gun that's around him. What kind of weapon is it?
SMG.
Is it a slug thrower?
A
Is
slug
it a laser?
thrower.
Slug thrower. Yeah. Slug
Oh,
thrower.
perfect. Then I get a bonus.
It's a slug
Got it.
thrower with automatic auto 3.
Auto 3.
So
Okay,
single-
11.
Yeah, and do you want to do single burst or auto?
Full auto on something like this.
Okay, so it has
3
auto
attacks.
3, so you get 3 attacks. So the first one hits,
Okay.
and then roll 2 more gun combos.
Okay. So 2 11s and 1 6, so 2 hit.
Okay, yeah. So that is 2 hits. I think the SMG is 3, if I recall.
So do 66.
Oh, I had it written down somewhere, but
Here it is.
it's
3D.
washed off.
Yeah, so 66.
Yep. Gotcha. 22.
Okay, you just unload into this heaping mass as more of the bones are shattered, and it seems it releases what it had of Eric's leg, but it still seems to be undulating and moving around, albeit very ineffectively, as it's essentially a puddle now with very few actual bones it can use as weapons.
Is there anything in the area that we can use to squash it down into the snow and pin it in place?
Its head pokes out of the little slit that he's cut. Burn it! It goes back in.
Well, we were already burning it.
No, you hadn't lit the fire yet. The body was sitting on top of the pyre, and you were about to light it, and then it ate the hand.
Kajia is holding the torch that they were going to use to light the body.
Yeah, have
Yeah.
her toss it.
Kill it with fire.
Kajia holds the torch. It's kind of like a large butane torch, to the corpse as it starts to bubble and pop as the blood seems to vaporize as the creature starts to writhe up, and as it's burning away, it seems to change its shape right before it dies into something resembling a little bit less droid and a little bit more humanoid in shape. But it's still a mangled mess of a corpse. But as someone who's done medicine, you see that its bone structure of what's left of the bones seem to shift as it burns away. And now
What
it
the
is
hell
this
is that
smoking heap in front of you. Eric is holding his leg as it did a little bit of damage on it, sort of like a dog bite.
Does anybody know what that thing is?
Oh, fuck. No, I've never seen anything like that in my life. What the hell? Like, how was that thing even moving?
Is it safe to come out yet?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yes.
Is there anything? Yeah, it's safe. Is there anything that we can discern about it? Like,
I mean, not really, other than what you discerned. That it, like, from a medical point of view, it makes 0 sense. It had no discernible lungs or heart that were pumping or feeding its body oxygen. So you don't know how it was able to survive the impact, let alone the gunfire, and ultimately why the fire would shift its shape to be something other than what it appeared.
No. That was fucking weird.
yep.
I got some worm meat if anyone's hungry.
I'm just staring at what used to be the droid after, it living deaded all over us. I'm not hungry.
Fair enough. Cliff?
No thanks.
As he sets his SMG to the side and then lays back.
Smells a little alcoholic.
What do we do about this? Like,
I say we just get the hell out of here.
I don't suppose anybody wants to take samples or something. Just
I'm not touching that thing.
yeah, no.
Same.
Any chance of recovering the hand to reattach it?
If you want to reach into it.
They make good prosthetics. I'm so yeah, we need to get out of here.
The scientists seem terrified, so
Yeah.
they quickly gather up whatever was laid about and make their way into the back of the ATV. As Eric helps Mintal into the back and is comforting Katya at telling her that that wasn't their friend, whatever they just killed. And
there was nobody in that.
so yeah,
Eric was the one that knew about wildlife here, right?
yes.
Because I am real wigged out about that. Like, was that thing inside of the droid all along? Did it activate when he died? Like, was it something that happened to him when he made contact with the worm?
Are you asking anyone in particular, or just?
I'm just
posing
kind
it?
of saying it out loud, mostly
Right.
to myself, but everybody else can hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
I don't
I have a
fucking
scientific
know.
mind and I know a lot about medicine, but that should never have been able to happen. And yeah.
I got
So-
no clue.
So what do we do? Are we piling into the ATV and beating feet and hoping that it doesn't happen again.
I mean, it's pretty late. I think we just camp for the night.
All right.
Take turns keeping watch.
Can we not camp here? Can we drive a little bit and then camp?
I mean, is it dark
camp.
already?
It would probably be about an hour from dusk.
We stay here with that thing, or we leave and risk catching another worm. We don't know if this is a one-off worm. Your choice.
I mean, we've been on this planet for months with no sign of either of these creatures, so I can't imagine there's a lot of them. I just don't want to be anywhere near that thing in case it's still alive.
Team.
Cliff, do you have any feelings?
No, let's just get the hell off this planet.
I concur. I'm okay with
Shut up now.
moving down the road a little bit. Although we have people who would benefit from not being moved. But in
That's
this
why
case,
As well, there's always the consideration that needs to be understood.
that being.
It's kind of obvious.
As he takes his gun from his side and makes sure that it's loaded, as he keeps his eyes on anyone.
On anyone or everyone?
On anyone and everyone.
Yeah. Especially Locke.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's you gotta watch out for her. She's scary.
Maybe she injected some slow.
That's what happened to him.
Yeah, I hear this heals really well.
It'll teach me to take better notes.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, so yeah, why don't we, if the ATV is drivable, we can go down the road if everybody is into that. And go, maybe a mile or so.
Okay, well, I'm gonna expedite a little bit in that you guys drive a little bit and
Fair enough.
sleep the night. Are you going to? It seems like Cliff is a little bit wary.
Yeah,
Are you going to?
I'll take watch for the night because we need Jet to drive. So I would prefer him to be at the top of his game while doing that.
Okay, Cliff, are you gonna sleep trusting?
He
Locke?
doesn't sleep a wink.
Yeah.
As he slides up his back against the exit with his weapon in his lap.
I'm gonna walk by Cliff. I'm gonna look at him. Gonna hand him my SMG. You never know if there's more than one. And I'm gonna go drive.
Okay, so you drive a little bit and then you sleep for the night, so that your driver can get a little bit of a rest, and then in the morning you head out, making your way across. The trip is fairly uneventful for the most part. You do run into a couple. The weather holds pretty strong. Still cold, but not no snowstorms. You make your way, managing to avoid any sort of crevasses or various things that might cause you trouble. And you guys are about 200 kilometers away from, 100 kilometers away from the downport. When your ETV picks up a signal from your ship that there is some sort of spacecraft has entered the atmosphere.